Thank you to both of you. So I start with you, Brother Dyson. I do believe that tonight is more than a putative test for the president. He has to take back the narrative on everything from economics to what the realities of our values are. What do you need to hear?
Yeah, well, you've laid it out brilliantly, as usual, in your eloquent summary of where we are. And where we are, look, we are a nation divided, to be certain. But division doesn't begin to capture the word of the hostilities and the criminal-like differences that we have among each other. And we're prosecuting them like a war. So look, I think the president needs to take, full advantage of this moment to say, look, we've got inflation, at least, if not on the ropes, on the run a bit from where it was. We've got a jobs report that was stronger than we expected. So now we've got, a return to some kind of robust economy, depending on where you stand. And I'd love to hear him talk about one of the central issues in this country, and that's policing. Not just to Black people, because it happens to us disproportionately. This is an American problem. It's a litmus test for American democracy. And finally, when I hear about unity, I would love to remind the president and others, unity is a goal. It is a bridge. The goal is justice. The goal is democracy. The goal is to restore us to where we are as a nation, where we can appreciate difference without demonizing the other. So I'm all for unity, but unity as a means toward an end, not an end in itself.
Problem is, Charlie LeDuff, Biden is no Dyson when it comes to making the case and using language and imagery. I mean, look, I've been leaning on, Charlie's new to my mentor needs, but I've been leaning on Michael for over a decade because he understands things. You understand the realities of the middle. Now, I don't know that Biden's going to do it by what they laid out to us, but he's got to know he's not getting any cooperation on these things, as pie in the sky as they are, as ending cancer. What do you think the move is to capture the core of this country, which is often called the middle, but I don't like that word. I like core, because most people in this country don't play the game that we're going to see on parade tonight.
That's exactly right, brother. Look, it's not commonality, it's unity. And what unifies us? I say commonality, he says unity. The overriding emotion of all of us, whether you're left or right, is we're stressed out. And he's not going to address the things that every single one of us, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican or that independent that swings everything, it's the sanctity. There's three things I think. There's the sanctity of the dollar. You tell me out there, the dollar that you earned. It's not worth what it was. You saved it. We're tripping on this, right? There is supposed to be a chicken in every pot, an egg in every pot, and now we're getting gristle and bones in the pot with the water that's got lead in it. And if you're from Jackson, Mississippi, you got no water at all. There's jobs, real meaningful jobs into the future in which you could raise a family. We here in Detroit, hey, doctor, look, we're in Detroit, brother, American Coney Island. In Detroit, in Michigan, our good jobs, our Mustang jobs, are going to Mexico. And then Chris rightly said, the border. I think policing's a local and a state issue, but the border's a national issue. The dope is rolling through. The opioids are rolling through. You don't want to call it the border, but that's what it is. And again, we've had over 100 people on the terror watch list get apprehended. How many haven't? These are the things that I would talk about, but I can't because I'm the president. But this is what I spent all day, Chris, because thank you for having me. Hey, Mom, I made it. I'm a pundit for the State of the Union. Chris, it means a lot to my family. This is what we talk about out here every day ad nauseum.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.